Thousands of migrants lining up every day hoping to cross into the U.S. Border officials now warning an even greater surge is coming.
Tonight, facilities along the southern border are being stretched to the breaking point because of an increase in migrants from Central America.
Stuck between competing immigration policies and squarely in the middle of a humanitarian crisis, border communities try to balance the needs of residents and of migrants coming to the United States.
Policies need to be changed. When you see an unprecedented amount of people coming across the border that even supersedes what we saw under any of the other presidents for the past 30 years. And now we're looking at a 171% increase this year, this time over last year. That's ridiculous. And they're coming because they said that Biden told them to come, that we have an open border.
The problem that we're foreseeing right now is there's a couple big waves coming, and the last couple weeks it's been 1,300 people a day coming into Yuma when they can only process about 800 a day. So they're close to 500 people over capacity. So what I've been told is pretty soon they're going to start releasing people out the front door into the streets of Yuma. And Yuma can't support that. You get 500 people a day coming into Yuma. It'll overwhelm the system here.
You would see trucks parked here watching. You don't see any of those. They're all processing people. Border Patrol can't man the checkpoints on the highway where they used to, for the last 2 years, they haven't been open. They used to stop, check for drugs coming across the border. So those aren't open. When this initial flow came through, the food bank was tapped.
Our economy is based on a couple of things. Our security around food and our food production, because we supply 93% of the leafy green vegetables for the United States and Canada during the winter.
We've gotten a fair amount of traffic through and around our fields.
Our fields are monitored and audited and tested, for different pathogens, and you can't have people walking through the field.
Our hospital has been overrun. We have a health emergency right now because of COVID, because of RSV, and because of the flu generally.
People have had a hard time getting into the hospital because the hospital has been so full of illegals.
Until we have control of the border, we cannot stop all of the other problems, and we can't even begin to address them.
I don't see how this is beneficial to our country. I can't see it. It doesn't seem the same as it has in the past. It seems like the system is overwhelmed, and it's like everybody has a cell phone now, and they call and they're like, "Get over now. It's open. Come on down." They're handing out cell phones. Mr. President, it's really easy. Just put the containers back, maybe. Come down here. Act like it's important.
We had the border under control before you got here. Why don't you do what was done before to get it back to that point?
For sure, the message has been sent that the border's open and they're not turning people back. For sure. The message is out that Border Patrol's overwhelmed and now's the time to do it.
It will only get worse with Biden's policies. He needs to reassess. I've had commitments from well over 40 of those congressmen that have visited here over the last year that they would address this and specifically hold the administration's feet to the fire in addressing some of the challenges here. This is a different animal and you have different concerns. In El Paso, they don't necessarily have military and agriculture directly bumping up against the border, or these other smaller communities where people have come through and caused problems and challenges. I've invited them several times, and I would invite them again right now. Every time I have the opportunity to talk about it, I extend that invitation. Please come and see for yourself.